Hey, Wembley World Entertainment, and of course Jurassic World Rebirth was the big winner of the summer, as every last one of us predicted it would be, beating out Superman and beating out Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, it didn't hit the billion the way we thought it did. It didn't get too far off it either. It made over $800 million. And of course, this is said to be the first of a brand new sequel. Well, now there is the talk, of course, of what's happening with said sequel. And there's a rumour now doing the rounds. So this isn't fully confirmed yet. But judging by the numbers they did at the box office during the summer, it's only a matter of time before they actually come out and confirm what we know will happen. The question is, will they try and get the budget for the next one down? Because that's pretty much, I think, a guarantee to make even more money if you're not hitting those billions. But let's have a look at this. So, Jurassic World Rebirth split the opinions of critics when it opened in theaters this July. Literally, it has 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite that, the movie managed to fend off competition from Superman and the Fantastic Four First Steps to cement itself as the biggest hit of the summer. Now, that was the funny thing as well, is the critics hated it, but the fan numbers were coming in very strong. And then, of course, this thing was just a juggernaut. Somehow, it just kept going. So, grossing $861 million at the worldwide box office, the Gareth Edwards-helmed film served as a successful fresh start and proved that there's plenty of life still left in the long-running dinosaur franchise, which isn't great news for everyone, especially when you're just like, how far can you really go with this thing? And my God, are they milking it? Of course, merchandise is why they keep making more and more of these things. But anyway, Avengers Endgame star Scarlett Johansson led the cast as the heroic Zora Bennett, and it seems we haven't seen the last of her. According to scooper Daniel Richman, a new Jurassic World movie with Johnson as the lead again is already in the works. We'd imagine Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey will also return. The former was supposed to be killed off, but was saved by the intervention of Universal Pictures executives. Still, there's currently no word on them or Edwards' potential involvement. By the way, the thing about Mahershala Ali, spoiler for the movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it, even though it came out in the start of July, so you've been warned though. His character kind of does the Flair thing, you know. He's meant to be the Ian Malcolm at this moment of leading the retarded source away. I can't even remember what the thing was actually meant to be. The D-Rex, wasn't it? Yeah, the D-Rex. And he leads that thing away, and they go sailing off, and it's like, well, he's dead. And then he just shows up on the other side of the river, all of a sudden fine. It's like, wait a minute, how the hell did he escape? He escaped because originally he didn't. And test audiences were like, oh, that sucked that he died. And they rated the movie negatively because that character's dead. So they went in and went, okay, reshoot it that he survives. So all the build-up is still there. Just that rather than him sailing away with you knowing that he sacrificed himself, no, now he just shows up over there and goes, hey guys, you know, mind picking me up? So that's what they're talking about there. But that wasn't just Universal Picture executives went, oh no, make him survive. It's because test screenings were negative to that debt. So this is saying anyway, Johansson said earlier this year, this film to me really felt like it's a singular. It's its own piece. And you hope that this film stands on its own without the support of the films that came before, and that it doesn't need to extend beyond that, beyond what it is. I mean, the film is called Rebirth, of course, but Gareth Edwards, that is, and I think Frank Marshall, producer, and Steven Spielberg, executive producer, and all the creatives on this project wanted to establish this film as its own self-contained, standalone thing. Now, what she's saying kind of there is about story. That's not about the whole idea of more movies that, oh, it's going to be used as a vehicle to launch the next movie, and then that one would do the next movie, because that's the type of franchise she's just come away from, being Marvel. What she's talking about there, clearly, when you listen to it, is she's saying she hopes the story for that movie was its own thing. That, yes, even though it was called Rebirth, it wasn't setting up the next movie. But she knew going into it, because Universal had already said it, that this was going to be the first of a new trilogy. But she added, I'm a massive Jurassic Universe fan, and there's certainly a lot of wonderful nostalgic winks or nods or Easter eggs or whatever you want to call them to Stevens movies and the Jurassic films that have been previous to this. And I think the hope is that if you've never seen any of the other Jurassics, this is the one. That's the goal. Anyway, so it's saying Jurassic World Rebirth might have been planned as a standalone movie, but grossing close to 900 million at a time when people are no longer flocking to theaters is an impressive feat, and all but guarantees this rumored follow-up will happen. We'll see, meantime, blah blah blah. Again, I don't know why this article is all of a sudden saying, oh, Jurassic World Rebirth was planned as a standalone. It wasn't. It never was. From day one, they said that they were planning to do a brand new trilogy. That was the thing. They said they would make a movie that could stand on its own, that shouldn't not do as well as they would want it to do. It will be a fitting end to the franchise, blah blah blah, and that it's not being concrete to set up another movie. That's what all that was. But they had said they had planned for this to be the first of a new trilogy. Now, all the other movies really didn't end setting up another one until we got to the Jurassic World movies. Like, Jurassic Park ended. You didn't expect to hear they're making another Jurassic Park. You're like, wait, how? The dinosaurs are meant to die if they don't get, wasn't it insulin on the island, that they bred them that way, that, you know, they'll slip into a coma and die if they don't get this stuff. And then you find out there was a second site where the dinosaurs did flourish. That movie ends. You're not expecting the third movie to get announced. That movie ends. You most certainly weren't expecting a brand new franchise to start with it, and where the park would be fully operational. When that movie ends, that one started kind of setting up by going, oh, they released dinosaurs kind of out there. Okay, but they were still on the island. Then they go back. However, Jurassic World was said from day one as well, oh yeah, this is going to be a trilogy. But that one kind of set up what you could expect for the next one. Then the next one definitely ended by setting up the next one. And then the next one ended setting up more that this movie came along and completely ignored, because they're like, oh, dinosaurs are thriving and it's going to be great, and oh, they're free in the world. And then this movie starts by going, they can't survive, they're all fucked. It was like, oh, okay. So it was weird. But yeah, this movie was always planned to be the start of a new trilogy, and making that much money, yeah, of course it's going to continue. That was one of the worries we had about it doing so well. It was like, God, if this thing makes the money, they are just going to keep pumping this shit out. And sure enough, that seems to be the plan. So whether or not she'll be back, she'll be back. There'll be a big paycheck dangled in front of her. She'll be like, yep. Plus, it's not like she's getting many other roles these days. But she apparently loves the Jurassic franchise so much that, of course, she'll probably be back. Don't know about the others. Don't know why you would need the others. But I still have no clue where the hell another movie could go in this franchise, let alone 2 movies. But we'll wait and see. So the rumor is that they are working on it right now because of the success it did at the box office this summer. which is no surprise. So what do you think of the next Jurassic World movie being done? God knows what the hell it'll be called. Jurassic World, here we go again. Jurassic World, I can't believe it's not Jurassic World or some shit like that. Let us know. And what did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth? If you saw it, let us know that as well. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.